Good afternoon. It is very late in the day, 5 o'clock. I've managed to drag Victoria onto the sofa. She's desperate to go and rescue a dog, so we're going to make this really quick today. But Victoria, just explain who you are.
Yeah, hi, so I'm Victoria. I'm fairly new to the Ashdown Jones team. I think it's the 4th week now.
Is that what it is?
I think so,
Feels
yeah.
like you've been here forever,
It
in a
does.
good way.
Yeah, in a good way.
You're part of the family.
Oh, thank you.
And what's your job?
I'm client executive, so main parts of my job is going out on photo shoots and going to meet with our lovely homeowners and learn all about their fabulous homes.
And then hopefully sell them.
And then sell them, yeah.
Have you done an Ask AJ before?
I have, I've done one.
All right,
yeah.
okay. So twice in 4 weeks.
I know, I think I'm getting roped in.
You won't be put on the rota for quite some time, I promise. So what I want to talk to you about today is what to do if you're not happy with the photographs the estate agent takes. So you might be watching this from a different part of the country. You might not have chosen Ashdown Jones. Shame on you. But if you aren't happy with the photographs that your estate agent has taken, and you think that your house hasn't been presented the way that you see it and your friends see it, then what to do about it. So really, don't settle. Actually, that's the main point, isn't it? Don't settle for second best.
Yeah, no. As we can see in these pictures that Sam will show you, there's always something that we can do to make your home look better and to really show it off to the best of our ability.
Yeah, so Maria and Emma have been out today over in Millom, and a beautiful home's coming to the market with incredible views. And the homeowners have lived there for quite a while and they made it their own. They made it very personal to them, and they lived there. It's a lived-in house. But unfortunately, lived-in houses don't look great on photographs. So we're not judging how they live at all, but you've got to show the room at its simplest so that people don't get distracted by bright colours and things that maybe are on top of wardrobes or, you know, peeking out from underneath beds. We have to try and simplify the room. And it's just about not distracting, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, things like removing personal photographs. So the person viewing your home perhaps online can really pitch themselves in that home.
Otherwise it feels like you're kind of encroaching on somebody else's, you know, territory. I remember somebody selling a house a while back with us, and they had their kids' names on every door. And I'm like, but when that buyer turns up, they want to see their kids' names in their minds on the doors. And so if it says Jemima's room and Jeremy's room, you know, they don't feel like they've got permission to go in even. So some of it's psychological, isn't it?
It is, yeah, absolutely.
And you've been dealing with a bit of a doggy house. I won't say which one. A bit of a doggy house, haven't you, recently?
Yes.
That we're selling. That's an empty house.
Yes.
And we've had to try and freshen it up because when you've had a dog there and then you don't live there for a while, the doggy odours remain after you've left. Yeah. So those kind of styling things are about how a buyer feels on the viewing to make sure that your home smells beautiful and looks beautiful too. But in the photographs, which was what we were supposed to be talking about, I've got here some before and after photographs. Now, I'm not going to name and shame any estate agents because we all try and do the best possible job, but we are absolutely hot on our photography, aren't we?
Absolutely, yes.
And you've come from a background where marketing and photography were really important. You used to work in a very well-known local hotel, and so the details matter, don't they?
Yeah, they really do. You know, you can tell visually with these photographs. We can have a photographer in the exact same place often.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But really, it's all down to the setup, the photographer's skills at having the correct lighting and things like that.
And the editing as well.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And then to visualise how it's going to look online and in a brochure. Still, can you just have a look on here and just tell me whether you can actually see this? Because I can't really tell. She's watching. Sure. She's watching as well. Yeah. You see that? Yeah. So that's a before. I'm hoping that you can realise that's a before. Let me just turn the brightness up, actually. It's not easy to see on here, sorry. There you go. And this is a house that was on the market before. We took it on and we styled it. It's not quite the same angle, but you can see we've styled it there and it's nice and edited. Can you see that?
Yeah.
She's nodding. You can move it in a bit closer if you want to, Seal. And then this is the kitchen. It's a nice kitchen, and it's actually not a bad picture, but you can see that outside looks bright, so inside looks dark. And that takes a bit of a skill of photography to be able to balance those two things out. And this is the result of the balance. So that is a bit of styling, a bit of editing, making sure that the outside doesn't overpower the inside. Because you know yourself, if you hold just your mobile phone to a window and try and photograph so you've got the outside and the inside both in focus and both exposed, right, then only one of them it looks right. So either the outside looks great and the inside is dark, or the outside looks blurry and the inside looks right. And it's the same when you're photographing houses. So it's another angle of the same kitchen there. Can you see that all right still?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the living room. It's one of those sofas that never seem to look right on photograph.
Yeah.
Does it? I mean, I'm sure it's really, really comfy and it's probably very new, but unfortunately on photograph it doesn't look right. So we have to kind of plump it and take it from a clever angle and make sure we've got plenty of colours in the room to move the eye away from the sofa. Otherwise it ends up looking a bit like a student sofa, bless them. Nice bedroom, but nothing really to show in the bedroom, so we styled it a little bit. I prefer that duvet cover to be a bit straighter, but we have styled it, put some styling items in, and it's a bit fresher. And same with that bedroom, this is the same house as well. It's an odd colour wall to work with. It's very pretty, but it's quite difficult to style around, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's nice and fresh there, like that. I mean, the owners hung some pictures as well, so that helped. And then just outside, so that's not a bad picture. It's outside. It wasn't a particularly nice day, but that's not how you envisage your beautiful new patio to look, is it? You want it to look a bit like that, with the lights on and some candles, and you want to be able to imagine yourself dining there. And then the last one is this one, which is a beautiful view out the back of one of our houses that we've got on the market. But this is the previous agent's view, and we just felt it just looked a bit sparse and a bit bleak, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's like one of those crime programs on TV. And so what have we done there?
So we've added the lifestyle element to it by adding the bottle of wine and the like champagne flutes. So the people viewing this home can really imagine themselves there, sipping a glass of wine by that lovely view. And that's exactly what we want to do, is to set that scene in that viewer's head that's what they'll enjoy if this was their home.
And that's what people do. They envisage the lifestyle. They don't just imagine themselves, in the most sort of practical elements of the home. It's why we hide away things like bleach and toilet cleaner, because you're not going to have to clean your beautiful new home. It's like this dream home, this idyllic life you're going to have for yourself, and you don't want toilet cleaner to spoil your view. So we're very careful about all the details, and even sometimes afterwards I look at a photograph and I go, oh God, we didn't move the pet bowl, or we haven't shut that cupboard completely too. So our team is really, really highly trained to make sure they've got every single detail. But the purpose of this video for you is, please, if you've got photographs of your house that you're not happy with, don't settle, don't accept it. There's several things you can do. For a start, you can phone us. In fact, just phone us, there you go. For start, phone us. Secondly, ask your estate agent to retake the photographs. Maybe if it wasn't a blue sky day, get them back on a blue sky day. Or even commission your own photography. It's worth spending £400 or £500 getting the right photographs, because you'll get it back on the value of your house. You're far more likely to get an asking price offer with the right photography. And we've had homes that, in fact, we had a home for sale on Hawkshead Hill 2-3 years ago now. They'd had 2 viewings in 6 months. In fact, the second viewing wouldn't even go in because they got to the front door and went, no, I don't like it. We must have had 20 viewings and sold for over asking.
Wow.
In the space of about 2 months. So it was all about the photography. We weren't getting the right people through the door, and therefore you didn't have that competition between buyers. So if you're not happy with your photographs, do something about it, or give us a ring. And we'll see you on the next Ask AJ. Thanks, Victoria.
Thank you. Bye.